the silence with no exit. Emma had always yearned for escape from the constant noise of her bustling city life. So when she received a curious letter inviting her to a secluded retreat promising unparalleled peace, she welcomed the chance without hesitation. Upon arrival, the mansion was even more imposing than she expected, an ancient structure surrounded by dense woods and a thick fog that seemed to swallow sound itself. The caretaker's eyes held a strange warning, but before she could question him, the heavy front door shut behind her, sealing her inside. As the door thudded shut, Emma noticed an eerie silence enveloping the entire house. No creaks, no whispers, not even the faint rustle of the wind. She called out, but her voice was swallowed immediately, as if the walls absorbed every sound. Moving through the grand, shadowed halls, the absence of noise felt unnatural, suffocating. Each footstep echoed unnervingly, yet the usual background hum of life was utterly missing. It dawned on her that this was no ordinary retreat. Something was deeply wrong. Days blended together in a dull, soundless loop. Emma's watch showed time passing, but her mind struggled to anchor itself without the familiar rhythms of ambient noise. She tried to open windows and doors, but each led only to more silent corridors or locked rooms. Sleep came fitfully, haunted by whispers she could not hear, but felt pressing against her thoughts. The silence began to twist her perception, making the mansion feel alive with unseen eyes and unseen watchers. One evening, as twilight deepened, Emma heard what sounded like a faint shuffle behind her. She spun around, heart pounding, but saw nothing but empty air. The silence returned instantly, heavier than before. She realized then that the mansion wasn't just silent, it was listening. Every moment without sound intensified the presence lurking just beyond her sight. The oppressive quiet became a cage, a prison with no escape but the unraveling of her own mind. Desperation drove Emma to confront the silence itself. She began to whisper names, memories, and truths aloud, hoping to shatter the intangible barrier. Her voice trembled, yet the silence persisted, indifferent and absolute. In that moment, the mansion seemed to pulse with a dark heartbeat, and the walls whispered back, not with words, but with a profound void that threatened to consume her sanity. Emma understood she was trapped in a silence with no exit, a place where sound was a forgotten memory, and freedom a distant dream. As dawn's first light filtered weakly through stained glass, Emma's resolve hardened. She refused to surrender to the silence. Drawing on her fading strength, she began to hum, a quiet, fragile melody that grew slowly into a steady rhythm. The mansion shuddered, and for the first time, a faint echo returned. Though the silence remained vast and oppressive, her song was a crack in the void, a fragile beacon of hope. In the endless quiet, Emma found her voice, and with it, a sliver of escape.